bad boy bike. Yeah, baby.
Where is Siem Reap?
It is hot.
It's bloody boiling.
It's like 36 degrees and we've decided to go for a cycle. But we're doing a couple of things today. We're going to see the Apopo rats, which are these huge bomb detecting rats.
Then we're going to the ticket office to get our ticket for Angkor Wat. And then we're going to go and watch the sunset.
Here we are. Wore my most appropriate t-shirt.
I can't believe we're paying to go and see some rats. But I think it's going to be pretty impressive.
So these rats, they are an African giant pouch rat and their origin are from Gambia. So these rats, the work with man is a 100% accuracy. Meaning that whenever they scratch on the surface of the ground, we know for sure there's a mine there. After the war, we got around 6 million mines left in Cambodia. And we set a target to remove that all by 2025. So these rats, they are a nocturnal animal. They cannot really see. They travel around depend on their nose, which is very strong, where they can pick up to 1 trillion of a gram of TNT. So another good thing is that they are very light, so they cannot activate any mine. Whenever they work, none of the rats had died from mine explosion. So the first one that you see over there is called a Mortar UXO from China, where we shoot it out from cannon into the air. It's supposed to explode up there, but sometimes it didn't. And this one killed a lot of young boys and a lot of farmers. Young boy, they pull it out and they polish it or they play around with their friends. Farmer, they remove the metal outside to sell, or they use the explosive inside to catch fish. So this one is an anti-tank from Russia, which contains up to 6 kilos of explosive. So that one, we name it PMN2, and it was used to slow down a group of soldiers during the war. Because when you step on it and you walk off the mine, it will explode, only to cut off the arms or the legs.
We're about to meet the rats.
She's 2 years old now, and she just passed her training.
Congratulations, Carmel. They're so cute.
Does it have a system? Like, does it go across? Yeah.
That's how we train them to walk in a straight line to turn back. It's okay for them to skip some area because they can smell 1 meter far.
Ah, okay.
So around that area, there's TNT. When she smells it, she scratch like that. We get a click, she go and get her treat. That's how we train them at the headquarters. Go and get her peanut.
I literally didn't realise that landmine explosions was such a huge problem across the world. So sad.
I'm so impressed. I had no idea how amazing rats could be. It was about the size of a small puppy. I wouldn't have wanted to touch it, even if we'd have been allowed, but it's incredible.
Can we get one?
No.
Little tip that a few people have said is if you get your tickets at 4:30, you can go and watch the sunset and you've still got 2 days after that.
I finally found dresses I actually like. They're $9. I don't think that's too bad. This will bring out the red in my spots. I think this one.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like this one.
You have a winner. I don't really like it.
Do you not like it? Do you not? If you buy a 1-day ticket, you get entry for 2 days. and it's because of coronavirus, so as to not make sure that it doesn't damage the tourist industry, to stop people visiting Angkor Wat. Yeah.
There she goes.
We're in a race against time to get to the temple for sunset. The sun is already going down. I don't know if we can make it.
We'll make it.
Go, go, go!
What are you, sunset? Sunset. Oh. Cover those knees up.
Covered.
We're at the top of Phnom, what's it called? Bakang.
We're almost at the top.
And we learned the other day that Phnom means mountains. We should have known.
Can't give candy or money to children. No smoking. Women shouldn't give anything to monks. We literally made it with about 4 minutes to go. The sun's disappeared behind a cloud, so we're just going to chill up here 5 minutes, cool down, and then a long cycle back to the hostel and get an early night because we are getting up for sunrise tomorrow.
And the reality is, there's a massive crane in the way, which is slightly annoying. Morning. It is 5:30 and we have just got to Angkor Wat to watch sunrise.
My first glimpse of Angkor Wat is kind of creepy, so it's just the outline of the building, but I'm excited to see it. People have already got up and left, and maybe no sunrise. It's pretty light and it is sunrise time, so I think it's a bit too cloudy to see the sun, but still beautiful nonetheless. We're giving up. I don't think there's going to be a sun, so we're just going to go and explore instead. Where they have marked out where they're going to carve it, but because the temple is unfinished, there's still just drawings on the wall. All these little ants, they don't even know that they live on such a big attraction. Famous ants. I think we're actually inside one of the domes or turrets, I don't know what you call them, but the three things that look like this on top of Angkor Wat.
Trying something a little bit different just to really feel at one with the buildings, and I'm trying to use all my senses, so I always walk around and touch buildings anyway because I don't know, it's just nice to feel them as well as look at them. And I decided to sniff it. It smells like nothing really. Now I just feel like so connected.
We've got ourselves a tuk-tuk for the day, which has cost us $15 to do the small loop, which you visit 6 temples.
Yeah.
Not bad really. And also, when we cycled yesterday, we were like, absolutely not cycling again.
No.
Too far, too hot.
Definitely not.
Didn't want to do it.
James Bond. License to coffee.
No, thank you.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
For sure.
I loved it. It's so, like, the scale of it is so huge.
It is massive, isn't it?
It has such intricate details, like, all over the building.
And I never realised it wasn't finished.
It's just started raining. Can't last long though, right?
Right.
This one is the temple with all the faces carved into the stone. I like this one, it's cool because it almost just looks like a pile of bits of stone. Which it is. But I don't know, yeah, it looks cool.
I like this temple. It's a lot less busy than Angkor Wat. Just as beautiful, I think. A lot more alone, which is nice. And it's a lot smaller. I feel like Angkor Wat, it's so big, but you kind of feel like you've missed bits. Do you know what I mean? Even though you haven't, because you walked around the whole thing, there's just so much to look at and take in.
This is the way up. Look how steep they are.
Come on. Easy. More stairs. They don't seem as steep though. Oh. Hot, hot, hot.
More stairs. Just getting higher and higher.
That's what happens when you keep going upstairs. Ja. One of 3 out of the way.
Sit down. Two to go. This one's the last one.
Here she is. This guy up there said apparently this is the oldest temple and it didn't get finished either because halfway through building it, it got struck by lightning and loads of people died, so the king said it's bad luck.
I think this one's called Tar Prom, and this is the Tomb Raider temple.
These insects are so blooming noisy. How cool is it? Amazing. I think it's my favourite.
Last temple. Getting a little bit tired now, a little bit hungry, a little bit thirsty, so
I'm so surprised how, apart from Angkor Wat and maybe, what was the last one called? Siemp Reap 1?
Prom.
They've all been really quiet.
Yeah.
Really quiet.
Like we literally see like 2-3 other groups of people.
I know it sounds bad, it's a little bit samey I feel like this one, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's creepier.
Creepier?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe because it's so dead and so like, so many little passageways.
Yeah.
I like it because of that.
It's a bit like a maze. Before we go, we need to rate them 1 to 5, right?
Yeah.
So my number 5 is the starey one. Number 4 is this one. Number 3, Angkor Wat. Number 2, facey one. Number 1, Tomb Raider one.
Mine, 4 and 5 are the same. Number 3 is the facey one. Number 2 is Tomb Raider. And number 1 is Angkor Wat.
Yeah, I don't know whether to switch around Angkor Wat and facey
No,
one.
you've done it now.
God,
You've done it. Love Siem Reap. Such a nice place. One of them places
Really
again
is.
where it's got like pocket of shops, pocket of restaurants, pocket of street food.
Pockets? What were these pockets?
You know where to find stuff.
We know our way around now, we're like locals.
No, it's a beautiful city. Really nice.
Really, really like it. They love an outdoor exercise as well in Siem Reap. All up the river you'll see them.
This is the street food market, which you've got some barbecue stuff and then a lot of like noodles and stir-fry stuff. But we had it last night and it was delicious. And only $2.
Pub Street is the place to go for a drink. You'll get beers everywhere for 50 cents, up to $1.
Of gin.
Buckets of gin for $5, $4.
Yeah. For the cause of our tiddliness.
Your tiddliness. It is cheap there. Some of the restaurants you see for 50-cent beers are gorgeous, aren't they?
Yeah, we felt like royalty.
Yeah.
It seems quite calm at the minute, but it gets mental later on.
It's a Saturday night and Siem Reap was a little bit quieter than it has been the last few nights.
It's a lot quieter than last night, so maybe Friday night's party night in Cambodia.
But we still enjoyed it. We had a couple of drinks, had a nice dinner, and we are getting a reasonably early night. It's still 11 o'clock because we've got to be up at 6 o'clock to catch our 11-hour bus
To Thailand.